Hopefully we're recording it. Now, I just love it when I see, like Bev, for an example, always there, willing. You can see the people that's going to make it in this business that don't want to miss any opportunity to learn. Obviously, I'm quite new, but I've learned lots and I will learn all the time. For an example, there's a meeting at head office on Saturday. So throughout my working day, I've been on the phone thinking, what an opportunity to have Terry James coming over from Portugal to do a business presentation. That would be a powerful one. I need people at that meeting. I've now got somebody that's about to put 15,000 in, but I said, you need to come to the meeting first. I've got another person that's already in the business is coming, and I've also got somebody that I know will be a very good networker, lives close to Birmingham, and he's agreed to come. So I've got a few more days to get that out there and get people invited to that. You know, if this is what you want and you want to build this, you know, any opportunity like that. I know it's quite local for me. Birmingham's only an hour away. I'm not saying everyone can do it, but what I like is to see the people on any Zoom calls, like especially the corporate Zoom calls on Monday and Saturday. Important. You know, if you want to build this business, you need to be on that. You need to be knowing what's going on. By being on these Zoom calls, it's going to actually, it motivates you. You know, every time I watch the company's Zoom, it gives me like this, you do get sort of laid back thinking, oh yeah, I'll speak to someone tomorrow, but you can't. Our life on this earth is so short. So if we don't move now, we're just going to live in regret. I've done, you know, people that's heard me, I've done lots of different networks and I've tried, and this one's working. For an example, what I'm going to talk to you today is about the binary. I didn't get binary in the beginning. It took me about a month before I could understand it. And then when it clicked, it's like the most easiest thing to understand. And again, it's the most powerful. I think I spoke last week. I went out for dinner. When I come out that restaurant, I checked my back office and there was 10,000 package gone in somewhere in America. I don't know who, but that paid me 900 euros the next morning. Well, I'm on this ritual at the moment because it's half price meals in this country. So on Monday, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So we go out again with our friend, Nikki, who's in the business. And we go to a restaurant and I said to her, hey, remember last week while we was eating, I ended up with 10,000 volume going in. She goes, yeah. And I said, oh, well, let me check, see if I've got any more today. My phone died. I had to wait till I get in the car. Anyway, that was just a joke. I got in the car. I put my phone on charge. When I got to the destination, I thought I'd just have a quick look, see what's going on. And I could not believe it. I had 10,185 volume in my weak leg. I was thinking, this is crazy. So I woke up this morning with another 970 odd euros by binary. Obviously, because every time I go out with Nikki, I seem to get this like big binary payment coming in. So I plan to do it once a week. I don't know if that's the way to do it, but it's working for me. But all I'm saying, I'm not saying all this just to say, look what I've done. I remember being in the beginning and every network that I've tried, thinking, watching these people that are earning this money and thinking, one day I will do it. I will do it. One day it's going to be me. And in other networks, I never got to that point. I did hit certain positions, but it was still wasn't the money coming in. I got the positions, but not the money. Now I'm getting the money, but I haven't hit the positions. So it's all, to me, it's about not just earning the money. I mean, I love the business. I love the way everyone works as a family. But it does help when you get some money coming in. So I don't know if people understand binary. There are people there that just want to press your button. That's fine. You don't need to worry about your binary. But so the way it works, I mean, I've got a whiteboard and I don't know if it's going to work. So, you know, I will do some sketching in a minute. You might not be able to see it because me and technology is not the best, but I will try and improve on that. So everybody knows that once you join, and your first person you join on your left and then the next person on your right. So once you've joined personal 2 people, a left and a right, that will open up your binary. So once you're binary qualified, if you're in certain positions, you don't get as much overspill. So for an example, let me just see if you can see the screen. Right. So this is me, and I introduce my two people. That's my left. That's my right. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we can see it. All good.
Yeah. So that's opened up my binary. Now, I've only got it's a matrix, so I've only got 2 slots underneath me, and again they have 2 slots underneath them. So I've signed my number 1 and my number 2. I then signed number 3, which dropped underneath here, and then number 4. Oh, it goes up. It seems to just drop down on my right hand side. So people that are underneath me, and like I said a minute ago, that I've got somebody coming in hopefully this week with 15,000. That is going to benefit Nick. That's going to benefit Lee, possibly Kelly. I don't know where Bev is, but it might even go into her volume. So basically, all you've got to do is everybody that starts building their network, the volume will drop into other people. So it helps everybody else. So for an example, if I sign up Nick. So if let's say this is Nick here, although he's actually about 10 or 15 below. If this is Nick here and he signs 1,000 package up, that is my 1,000 goes into my turnover. It's like a business. So my turnover is 1,000, although that's through Nick. I then sign a 5,000 package up. That will drop underneath as a new person, drop under lots of people and give them that 5,000 volume. But that then makes my 5,000 volume into 6,000. So you'll always have a weak leg and a strong leg. Okay, so if you look in your back office, you've got left remaining volume, right remaining volume. Your left, my right is my strong leg. It used to be the opposite way, but it's sort of changed because eventually one leg will overtake. So I look at my volume when I want to sign somebody. I'll look at my volume. I've got 80,000 volume on my right leg. So let me just rub this out. So 80,000 volume. So if you put this down in different packages, let's just all work on 5,000 because it's easy to work out. Forget whether it's 50s, 100s, whatever it is, all calculates to your your volume. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So I've got, say, 40,000 volume on my strong leg. What I need to do now is I need to help people in my weak leg, and also anybody I sign up, I sign them my weak leg. So for an example, I sign somebody for 1,000, goes in my weak, no, keep them 5, sorry. 5,000, that at the moment is 40,000. So that matches now. So we've got 5,000 matching on both legs. So when the system updates overnight, it will get rid of that 5,000, get rid of that 5,000, and it will pay me 9%. So 9% of 5,000 is 10% is 500, 450. Okay. So what happened last night is somewhere in my team, somebody bought a 10,000 package. It was probably 20 or 30 deep. I don't know this person, but it matched. So the 10,000 last night took those two, and then it reduced my volume in that leg and it took it away, paid me my €900. So eventually what will happen is you'll concentrate on your weak leg. And eventually, this has happened to me, I ended up no volume. I thought, oh, it's all gone. But then this other side started going, and then, but it will always move. If it's not moving at the moment, people are stagnant in your organization. So there's a few things to do. Either you work down with your team and try and motivate them, try and get them back onto some calls. In the beginning, they'll become like really excited, and you start seeing your volume increase. And then with me, it did go a bit stagnant over the last few weeks, but partly because I've been at work constantly. I've not had time to chase up people and just work with them. A lot of people will get, it's like working on your own. If you work in an office environment, you go in, there's 15, 20 people all working on a project, you end up just going. But if you put somebody in one office or self-employed, they're working on their own, they start getting a bit stagnant. So bring them back into the office environment, and then what they'll do is they'll start getting motivated by everybody else, like whether it's a sales, say car sales, for example. If you're sat there all stagnant and then your colleague says, I just sold a 60 grand car, I've got 10% of that coming. You think, oh, right, so the next customer, you're a bit more fired up. So rather than going out finding new people, work with your team. You phone your team to say, look, how you've been doing, what you've been doing, anything I can help you with. Should we make a little plan? I can't find it, but we'll speak. Let's speak to 10 people. Get that. Just keep an eye on your volume. If the volume's stagnant, thinking, right, how am I going to move this? Most people have got some volume sat there waiting. I've got 80,000 on one leg, so I know that I've got 80,000 waiting to pay me out. Once I start building the other side, I'm not losing the other side. I mean, I built it with Nick and Lee and everybody, and that become strong enough to leave for a bit, and then I've moved over to my weaker leg where people aren't doing much. Because in the beginning I didn't understand this, I was just putting everybody. I already started with a good volume on my left because KD and Frank, the volume dropped underneath me before I even started doing anything. So everybody I put in my right leg because I just constantly getting paid and paid. That's gone a bit stagnant now. So I'm now moved over to start. I used to put people in there that wasn't really going to do anything. Any of the good networkers I put into my one leg, all the same. It wasn't the right thing to do. I need to move. I need to look after both legs. What I'd done is ignored one leg and just worked with one leg. Now looking back, I should have tried putting a few in each leg. And it's all about the volume. That's where you get paid. But sometimes it's better to not get paid. If, for an example, I have a really good networker, they want to put 5,000 in, I will earn €500 and then I'll earn 450 binary. It might be better. So actually, I'm going to put them in my strong leg because I need another networker that's going to help build that. So I'll get the 10% of 500. I won't get the binary. It's not, I won't get it. It will go into my volume. It's there when I match the other side. So it doesn't matter when it will come. But in the beginning, I've done this because I needed to earn some money. And so I put it in the best leg that would give me the most money. And that's why Nick's done the same. Some people, if you're not that desperate, you can work your legs in different ways. It does sound a bit complicated. I didn't get it. But now all you got to do is look at your volume every time you sign somebody and you've got one strong leg, just look after your weaker leg. And then eventually it will swap over. And that's really all that the binary is. Then when you get to a 5,000 package, you've got what's called matching bonus. So it's hard to work out, but matching bonus, you get paid 5 generations down. So I also get that almost every day. Somebody somewhere in the organization, 5 deep, I'll get in their binary and I'll get 2% of what they get. So that bit at the moment is the smallest amount, but as the network grows, that could become the biggest, as you've seen on the slides on the presentation. So that's something that you just leave to happen. So people haven't got 5,000 packages, but as you keep building, you will gain your 5,000 packages. All we're interested in doing is helping each other. If someone's buzzing and going flying with it, don't just leave, let them get on with it. But at the same time, in the beginning, they're going to go, yeah, flying out and all excited, but then they're just going to slow down. So keep with them, keep working with them, because by you working with them, that keep them motivated. And then by keeping them motivated, it will keep yourself motivated. So it's like last week I did think I've actually lost it a little bit here. I haven't really spoke to anybody, although a few people. This week I thought, no, I've got to sort this out now. And I've probably got 5 people coming to the meeting on Saturday. I'm not saying you can all get to the meeting, but for an example, the Zoom calls, especially the corporate one on Wednesday night, which is Terry's, brilliant. If you can get anybody onto that, it's one of the best ones to get them on. And if we can just say, let's just try and imagine if we all sign one person up a week. Within a year, who knows where we'll be. I know that sounds a lot, but if you target that and you only get one person a month, it's still not bad. So I just want to bring it open to questions on the binary, because I didn't get it. I watched the video. I was getting the payments and I kept phoning up because I'm quite friendly with Gordon Simpson. I used to phone Gordon up, say, look, how come I've got this 80 quid come into my back office? It's binary, isn't it? I said, but I don't get the binary. What? And I still didn't get it. And he told me a few times. Eventually, when it clicked, I thought, that is so easy. It is simple. So don't think that if you don't understand it that you're silly or you're never going to get it. You will. So, has anybody got any questions?
Yeah, I've got a quick question, Darren. Is the binary infinite?
Yeah. So basically, your turnover will keep growing as your team builds. Yeah. Once you get paid, that's paid and done. So my volume on one side is 80,000. If I put 10,000 in, or somebody puts 10,000 in on the other side, the 80,000 becomes 70,000. The 10,000 goes because you paid the 9% and then it disappears. So, like for an example, if somebody, like last week, somebody in, I think it might be Frank knows who it is, I don't know who, put 10,000 in and then another 10,000 come in this week. That keeps happening. Once it's paid, it's gone. But for an example, you must have a strong leg and you must have volume on that leg. That won't ever go. It will be there all the time until you match. So if you've got 4,000 on your volume and you sign somebody tonight, or if anybody in your week team signs anybody for 1,000, they'll pay you the 9% of the 1,000 and that will leave you 3,000 remaining. That's what's remaining volume. Yeah. So it will keep going because as people are building. Where are you? Are you under?
Lee.
Lee's direct.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know which.
I don't know where I fit in his. Binary thing.
Right. It might be. Hopefully by Saturday, I'm taking my cousin to the meeting. He wants to put 15,000 in. He's already got 5,000 in. He brought it in the beginning, so he's seen the benefit and what he's getting. He's well excited. But he does everything else, stocks and shares and this and that. And he's going, look, I've been on the phone to him just to get him to the meeting. And he said to me, do you know, I'm making a lot of money out of stocks and shares, but I constantly have to be up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I have to stop work doing this. I'm sick of it. I don't need to be doing that. I might just take it all out. He said, no, I'm going to do it. So I'm taking it out and putting it in this because at least he presses button once on a Monday and it's done. So if that comes in, that could fall under you. It's going Lee's side. I know that Nick has got Lenny. I'm sure Lee is going to. I'll try and look under my tree, but it gets very deep. And
I've got somebody putting some money in tomorrow. I think he's already signed up and he's going to put some money in tomorrow. I think he's going to go on the other side though, so that might balance me out a bit.
So if you're signed in personally,
Yeah.
Yeah. You put them on your weak side and it will give you your 10%, and then it will give you are you on a 5,000 package?
No.
What package are you on?
Can't remember. I'm only on a little one at the moment. I need to upgrade it.
Right. So it's 7, 8 or 9%.
Yeah.
So yeah. So even at 7%, you'll
So
get...
am I better upgrading my package then before he puts in? Will that benefit me?
It will benefit you, but it depends how. I mean, it will benefit you more because the coins increased again today.
Yeah.
If I can't remember what it is, I don't know if Frank can jump in with this, but it's 7, 8, and 9. I know that when you the 5,000 package is 9. I presume the 1,000 package will be 8, and the small 500 and 1,000 will be 8.
Yeah, Darren, that is. I'm on 1,000 and it's 8%.
You're 8. Yeah. So the 1,500 is 7 then. Yeah.
Right.
So depending on what package they're putting in, if they're putting 1,000,
yeah, I think it is.
Whether you get 8% or 7% is not much difference. If you want to buy a bigger package, it's better, it's more beneficial, not because of that percentage, but because of the increase of the coin and the more trade.
Yeah.
So don't think I've got to buy a package before him, because it will give you a few pennies or a few pounds extra. Okay.
Thank you.
That's right.
Okay. Can I say, Darren, when we get paid in binary, we get paid in coin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which again is very, very, very valuable. Far more valuable if you was just getting paid in euros.
It is. Yeah. So for an example, the 900, I will log into mine and find out. But so last week was the 900 I got was paid in coin. No, actually last night, it was. I'm sure I've got matching bonus from somewhere as well. I've got my trading and I've got my binary. So it's 970 odd euros was my payment last night, but it's paid in coin. And I can look on my back office, see how many coin I got. So obviously got that through the night, and I checked and I was paid at 65 euro cents. By the morning, someone put on the back office, the coin's gone up. So that coin, because I thought, with my luck, I was paid at 67, but I wasn't. I was paid at 65, and then the coin went up. So that money that I earned shows in euros is now increased a few cents. So that's what I like about this. I mean, okay, I've spent some of the money, and it bugs me to spend it because I want to hodl it, but at the same time, we need to start circulating this coin. So what I've started to do now is, instead of keeping it in my back office, and when you look at my earnings state, let me just have a look. I took a photo this morning. And my total earnings, say 15,434.13. If you work out the coinage, it's increased. So what I'm doing, I've got 2,512 coin in my commission wallet. I will draw that out into my Biz wallet. The coin's just moving into my wallet. So what it does is it actually goes onto the blockchain. It makes the circulating supply. So it shows the world that coin's moving around. So I'm not going to spend it. It's still in my, it's just moving the coin from my back office into my wallet. If I want to buy a package with it, I can go with my wallet, bleep, and buy a package. So if I want to buy a holiday, I mean, obviously the holiday going to Switzerland, I went on Biz Travel and I went to pay for it, thinking just to see how much it is in pounds. It just comes up with how much it is, and you've just got a barcode and you pay in coin. It didn't give me an option to pay in real money, in cash or whatever. So if I need to to use it, I can use it. But it's going up all the time. So I'm trying to hold as much as I can.
Okay.
Anybody else?
I was going to say, I'm a bit like you, Darren. I've had to take, I've had to withdraw to live, basically, because my contract with ITV is up, is no more. But I wish I could have left it in there because of the value of the coin increasing, but like all of us that are on here today that have taken the time to actually come onto this training, thank you so much for doing that. And like Darren said, it really does separate the people with passion and, you know, the ability to
Make it, yeah.
to do it, really. So,
Thank you,
you
Darren.
know, that it means
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say then, Darren, but yeah, okay, carry on.
Yeah, let me just say, it's all about the business, the network of this and that. The fact is, we're doing it for money. We're doing it for a future. It is best to have multiple streams of income. We don't know where the world's going in property markets and things. Well, I believe I know where it's going, but it's all what ifs and it's scary. So let's build a second income. Now, when you listen to the webinar, not the webinar, the presentation where it says that just a fun fact that somebody in the early days used so many thousand Bitcoin to buy 2 pizzas, and today that money is worth 100 million, that could be us. But at the same time, Nick has got no job. He has to live. This has gave him an opportunity to live. And maybe in 2 years' time, he will say, that rent money I paid is now worth 80,000. I wish I kept, but you don't have the option. You haven't got the option.
Yeah.
I needed to pay some bills. I've paid some bills. We're here to make money and to live. It's lovely. The people that can hodl and don't need to take the money, then that's good for them. And some people just need to earn some money. And I find it much nicer to watch Nick come out of a bad financial situation and being able to live on this than my other friend that's got 56,000 worth of coin and will not touch them because he's just hodling because he knows he's in for a good thing. Whereas Nick is actually, first time his daughter was 5 is the best presents he's ever been able to buy his daughter. Now that to me is probably worth more than 100 million as a pizza, you know. Those sort of things are priceless, and this company has gave you that opportunity to do that. So thinking that sort of thing that's when I speak to people about this business. I believe I found something, the most amazing thing that can benefit people, change people's lives, if not their lives, their families' lives, their kids. And I'd be rude not to tell them, you know. So, and that's the way I put it in my mind. It's like, and if they give me the negative of this and that, fine. At least I told you, because in 2 years' time, if I'm never working and got a big house and a big car, they can't come and say, why didn't you tell me? Like, somebody should have told me about BizzCoin in the beginning, because I'd have been straight in there, wouldn't have understood it. I said, I'll have a go. I'll put as much in as I could, because I would do it. That's me. And now I would be a multimillionaire because the money I would have put in then. But
And
no,
that is exactly what happened to Lee, isn't it, Darren, with Bitcoin?
Yeah. Lee said no. He was offered, but he didn't do it. Whereas I'm the sort of person, I'm offered, I'll try it. I think, okay, so what if I lose 200 or 300 quid? I'd rather take the risk. So I wasn't offered it. I mean, I was offered it when it was at the peak, and I bought £500 worth, but it then went right back down. I'm not worried about that. Oh, hang on. Sorry, just a message that somebody else wants to go to the meeting on Saturday. So that's brilliant. So yeah, all we can do is work together. I am here for people. I do run a real hectic life. If you want any help from me, I am there. Sometimes just drop me a text and look, we have a chat. If I'm in with customers, I'll phone you afterwards. I'll phone you at 1 o'clock in the morning if I have to. If I'm not saying everyone's up, I'm around. So, you know, and I think Nick, you're around as well.
I am, but I want to just say to, especially to Sue, who's on, who's directly under me, I apologise if I've not been on top form. So let's get on it, and I'm here to help. Really, let's do this.
Is it, which Sue is it? Sue Watson?
Sue Watson. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about her today, actually.
Hello, Sue.
That's all right.
Bless her.
Oh.
So,
No, we'll catch up soon, promise you, and then we'll get a.
Yeah, that's fine.
To be honest with you, I have felt quite stagnant in the last couple of weeks, really. You know, we all get like that, don't we? I suppose, but I suppose you know, we need to just really not rely on each other, but we're there for each other to help
Yeah.
That's why
Move
these
forward.
little chats are so good, because it
Yeah.
just gives you that oomph when you need it.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
right.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get together, Nick. We will do.
Fantastic.
I mean, I was at work today, last night I think it was, in the dry cleaners, just thinking. So we have so much negativity in this sort of business, but if you just break it down, right? Traditional business, which I've been in through all my life, you know, I've hired people, I've had staff, which are a nightmare. I've had shops and all different traditional businesses. So for an example, if you look at the business I'm in now, I've been in dry cleaning, I'm in blinds at the moment. So the whole of the normal business world is cutthroat. So I run a blinds business in Daventry. One of my staff members that was my best mate for years, seeing the amount of money was coming in, obviously turnover in business doesn't mean to say it's all money, because a lot of it goes out, or sometimes as much as comes in, sometimes more goes out than goes in. You have to work these things. You know, I've worked for like 6 months with no income, robbing Peter to pay Paul, to pay the VAT man, to pay the tax man, to pay this, to pay that. Then the council, and like traditional shops, the council wants their business rates. I've got my staff, they're on holiday, they're sick, they still want paying. It gets to the point where you think, I can't take a wage this month because the person that's been off for a month, I've had to pay somebody else to do their work. So I'm paying 2 wages. I've got to do a lot more work myself. I can't get paid for that because and then somebody else opens a dry cleaners or blinds business and they're undercutting my prices. So it's constantly fighting and battles and you know, and that's accepted. That's, everybody thinks, oh, what brilliant business. That's business. Yeah, it is business. Right, it's cutthroat, it's nasty. You've got all the regulations. The council walk in. Oh, you've got a wire going across your floor. That should be fluorescent. That you shouldn't have a wire there. Health and safety. You need to move that. Well, then I was speaking to someone other business. They've had spent sort of, because they've got a coach company, because a wire to put in a fog machine on a coach to do the virus. The wire costs hundreds of pounds because it has to be luminous because it's going across a factory floor. All these regulations. You've got to. I'm in the dry cleaning and I've got the council coming, checking solvent emissions. I have to then pay a license. And it's constant. It's constant headache, constant hassle. Look at this business. You are there. You are helping people. You're showing people how to earn a bit of extra money. Yeah. By helping that person or those people, it's going to help you. The more people you help, the better you do. If you introduce somebody, they do really well, you're not going to put your foot, you know, when you're in say Tesco's as a manager and someone's doing really well, you're panicking, they're going to jump over you and they're going to become they're going to demote me and put him in my place because he's doing better than me. If Nick does better than me, it's like Lee. I signed up Nick signed up Lee. Lee hit senior leader. I'm still a leader. He's overtook me in leadership. Brilliant. Because by Lee getting to that position, I earned a lot of binary. So it helped me. So I helped Nick. I helped Nick help Lee. And you just duplicate it. And if you can't help, just the presence of you wanting to help helps people, you know, rather than like putting them down. You especially like, imagine like 6 women in a hairdressers. It must be backstabbing. I mean, I know hairdressers, you see. And their clients, they're getting more clients. Those clients want to go to her. She's always, why do they want her all the time? It must be an awful situation because it's cutthroat business. So why we have such bad publicity of networking, it's because it's the ignorance, so people don't understand. And that's what we thought. We just need to just explain. Don't get into big arguments. Just explain, look, what I'm doing is giving you an opportunity to better your life. And if I can help you do it, it will help me. Take it or leave it. So I know it's supposed to be about binary. We've done a bit about that and a bit about everything else. But I think that's all we should do. Any more questions before we finish it?
No? Thank you, Darren.
Okay.
Fantastic. Well done.
Lovely. Brilliant. So
Thanks, Darren.
that's all right. And I'll speak to you soon, Sue. Obviously, Nick, get in with Sue and
Yeah.
give her a hand.
Absolutely.
Because obviously your daughter was quite passionate when she first heard one of our
She was.
trainings.
She was. She disappeared. I think she's really busy at work at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. But Nick needs to then help you out with her just when she's ready.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks,
Well,
Darren. Thanks,
no
everybody.
worries.
Thank you very much. I'm going to scoot now.
Yep.
Yeah, see you later, guys.
Bye
Bye-bye.
Okay,
See you later.
bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Nick. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cheers, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I missed part of it there because I lost signal for it, but I hope it was recorded and I will watch the rest of it.
Yeah, don't you worry, Frank. It's been recorded. Yeah, we'll upload it tonight.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.